Most marriages and most households, both people are working. And there's this polarizing place where it's like you're free and you don't have a man, you don't need a man, or you're a wife and he does everything and you cook and clean, when there's not enough conversation about how we manage. The both of us go outside and work. The both of us have to help with these kids. The both of us have seasons in which we're able to do certain things because we both have to contribute here. And so there's not enough conversation about that conflict resolution.
Is in his traditional role like they mostly want to be, if he's doing everything he's supposed to do in that role, a woman is not, a wife is not going to mind cooking and cleaning because that's her particular, role in that marriage. She's not going to mind it. It's not saying that he won't come in and help, but she wouldn't mind that at all because he's totally taking care of everything that he's supposed to do. And she's not going to look for him to come and help with the things that she's supposed to do. Traditionally isn't what I'm talking about. She's not going to look for it. It's going to be like, understood. Okay, I got the nurturing. I got the cooking. I got the cleaning. But guess what? He's doing the heavy lifting. He's doing all the heavy lifting. So it's just going to be understood. I'm not going to ask him to come in here and sweep the floor because I cooked. It's not going to be something. Now, if he comes in and just sweep the floor because he feels like it, that's, a plus, which I know good husbands would. But it's not going to be an expectation.
But that's where we have to redefine traditional, like B. Taylor was saying, because like the households that are like that, I don't know what the statistics are, but if I had to guess, it's less than 20% of America. Most marriages and most households, both people are working. And there's this polarizing place where it's like you're free and you don't have a man, you don't need a man, or you're a wife and he does everything and you cook and clean, when there's not enough conversation about how we manage. The both of us go outside and work. The both of us have to help with these kids. The both of us have seasons in which we're able to do certain things because we both have to contribute here. And so there's not enough conversation about that conflict resolution in order to work through that, when that is how most people are living. All people are hearing is one of the polarizing sides, and they have a warped sense of view on what it's supposed to look like.
You don't redefine the traditional. You're supposed to be within that plan. See, what happens is the woman's the one most of this wants to redefine the traditional. I'm not saying don't work, but whatever your husband has his plan for you to work in that traditional lineup or in that traditional order is what you do. It don't supersede that. It doesn't. You don't have to have that corporate job.
How many men are actually able to do that and provide
a lot of men
for their wives? Because statistically speaking, a lot of households right now.
I know a lot of men.
I think the median income for in America right now is $65,000. I was given those stats
but see, the thing is,
and I think a lot of people need two incomes to provide for their household. So if the woman is working and the man is working, you can't sit here and tout and say, "Oh, I want traditional," but you're not providing any. You need your wife to work. You need your wife to work to pay those bills.
No, absolutely, you don't. Because if you married a man that has average income and he can only afford a 1-bedroom house, that's where you live until he gets to the point where he can afford a 2-bedroom house. If that's not the man for you, then you don't marry that.
So if I'm already working,
a lot of men,
I'm supposed to stop working.
A lot of men who don't want that either. They don't want to live in a 1-bedroom house.
Okay, well then they don't want traditional.
If you bring in this amount and I bring in this amount, we could live somewhere decent and not have to worry about our car being broken into. We don't have to worry about security. We can come home. Your place of home is where your peace is supposed to be. So when you're out there fighting the world and you come drop your bags at the door, your home is supposed to feel like home. That's your safety place. And ideally, as that sound, men, if they know their woman is bringing in a certain amount of income, they're going to be like, okay, with my income and your income, we could live here instead of just my income by itself.
But that's not true.
If you have skills where you can earn.
If your husband is requiring you to bring in a certain amount of income in order for you all to live, that is no longer traditional. He has now created a partnership within marriage, which some people live in. It is quite all right, but that's not traditional. We shouldn't use the word traditional.
I didn't say traditional.
No,
I said that a lot of, okay.
No, I'm just saying we shouldn't use traditional for that. That is what you call a partnership. And that's what men are complaining about. That's what men are saying, that women are out of their role, because in that you now have a larger voice and you want to say what happens when my money is doing this. Now, if you did that and you came home and put all the money in one pot, maybe he could work well with it. But if you're calling the shots over the money that you're making, that is truly a partnership. It is not a traditional marriage. And most men, when I hear them speak, they want more of a traditional marriage. But again,
they can't
afford it. To live in
they cannot afford it.
They want traditional. I think they want a traditional marriage, but women don't want to stick with the lifestyle that can be provided with that specific budget. That's different.
It sounds like what I'm hearing.
Let's not promote poverty.
It sounds like they're saying men want traditional, but they can't take care of the full bill. So they want women to be in line traditionally, but women are saying this is a partnership. So we're no longer traditional. So if we're 50-50, why you can't take out the trash too? Why you can't wash the dishes, wash my clothes?